officially here. We got 3 big goals. 1, see a bunch of homies we haven't seen in a long time. 2, see a bunch of new tech, see some cool stuff, take it all in. And then 3 is, of course, talk to new brands and try and acquire new partnerships for the year that will allow us to do new, bigger, and better things. So it's always the goal, right? Being like, you know, it feels a little cringe being an influencer at these events, but it is what it is. So let's get to work. I think it would be very smart if you saw the list of exhibitors, saw where they were, put together a game plan, and kind of took it with that approach. But honestly, every time I come to these events, I get way too excited. And I feel like a kid in like Toys R Us for the first time, and I just want to run around. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's still very early, as you can tell. My eyes, I think, are puffy and I can barely talk. But let's run around, see some cool stuff, and we'll start yapping about it when it seems appropriate.
Good morning, Jimmy San.
Mr. Grit.
What's up, partner?
Brian.
Hi.
Hey guys.
All right. So my whole plan here is to just kind of show the stuff that I'm interested in, the new parts for the year.
Okay.
Right?
I like that.
We're going to start our tech because Ben's a psychopath and makes a lot of new parts every year.
Ben will be like, I just 3D casted this Jimmy Oaks because I
this
needed
morning.
one.
So check it out. So me and Ben just nerded out for a little bit, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to tell you what Ben told me. So they just came out with a twin turbo kit for the JZ, which is pretty cool because
So cool.
I feel like no one has taken the time to kind of re-perfect this. They just went straight to single turbos the last few years and kind of forgot.
Which is understandable, right?
Yeah.
But it's cool to kind of bring back the OG-ness of the twins.
Right, so
Yeah.
manifold, hot side, cold side, downpipes, everything. Super tight fit. But what's sick is like, obviously Turbo Tech got really good and they're like, you know what, we don't need to, we just got one good one, right?
Yeah.
So now imagine a well-designed twin manifold with now modern twin turbos.
It's insane. And these look, I didn't know that Artec was doing their own turbos now, it looks like.
No, so they're just making housings.
They're making housings for Garrett Core.
Which is sick because they're able to kind of like now retrofit Garrett's in a certain way. Not only between power bands and flow efficiency, but also fitment, because let's go check this out.
And this is sick. I didn't even think about
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
So when Garrett designs our houses, they have to design it for a general application.
Yeah.
Where
100%.
All-Tech can focus more on specific deliverances, right?
Yeah.
And this isn't me selling All-Tech, this is me just actually being excited about it. So let's go over here, Grit. You're gonna love this one. You see this? We know. Okay, let's.
Little baby. Chotto turbo.
So they made the small housing for things like the twin turbo kits and stuff for small. Yeah, 0.5 AR.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. So look at this thing, right? So G30, big old boy. But do you recognize that rear manifold flange? Think long and hard there, Grit.
Is that a SR?
It's a 1J. So he just.
Oh my God! It is a 1J.
How sick is that? So he
it's
just.
a 1J VVTi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he just came out, or I guess it's about to come out. This is a hot side to run a G30 on a factory JZ manifold.
Guarantee Samet's got this on his Ebisu car next year.
No, you know who has it? Oh yeah. No, I was gonna say I want this on my Ebisu car.
Yeah, so
Trevor from
sick.
Motion Auto just got like the first one. I'm really jealous.
Really?
Yeah, so he's testing it. So
That is sick.
because everyone uses like the only other option everyone uses is like that damn Tomy turbo.
Yeah.
Like everyone, oh, it's such a good turbo for the price. I've used them before. I'm not super sold on them, but now you can get a Garrett turbo and bolt it to your stock JZ flange, which allows you to run not only the stock manifold but the stock downpipe, and it's still internally gated.
Still internally gated, which is huge.
So you could put a beautiful single
You make
modern
600 wheel on a stock manifold.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And like look, like you don't need to change much.
Factory location, so piping's going to be similar.
Yeah.
Intake's going to be similar.
Don't touch this. This is what Ben. So, all right. So you look at this, right?
Yeah. 4-inch downpipe, baby.
That's it.
That's
How
so sick.
cool is that? So
And I'm assuming this is a Garrett style V-band.
yeah, which you could probably
proprietary.
Well, most housings these days have a 3-inch outlet for the downpipe. And obviously, once we start making over, some jam here, we want to go for a bigger downpipe to help promote flow and spool.
Jim needs bigger pipe.
I need bigger pipe. And so usually you have to get this really ugly cone to go from 3-inch to 4-inch. It's like a 6-inch cone.
I was going to say, the biggest issue other than the looks is it bumps the back of the turbo out like dramatically.
So look at this. It steps
That's
it
so
instantly
sick.
to a 4-inch.
That's so
How cool is this? Spoon's going to geek over this, and we need this right now too. Give me right, But dude, like, it's such a simple concept, then how isn't this such a standard issue piece already? Look at this. Also, new cold side that has the 90 built in.
90 in?
Yeah, how cool is that? Because you always have to weld a damn 90 forward on these things.
This is the coolest thing I've seen. This is the coolest product.
Yeah. So this show has always had like a really large hole by the drag racing community, and obviously other motorsports, but drag racing's been really huge. But it's been really cool to watch drifting kind of infiltrate themselves into this show. Every year you see more and more drift cars in the show, just showing off the highest level of performance of a lot of these products. I mean, we have Manoa's car, as you guys saw, the 14-year-old that drifted in FD this year that absolutely slayed in the Borg Warner booth. Like, that's huge. It's pretty nice too, because we get to look at these pro cars and actually get some motivation for my own car. Just seeing how people kind of decided to do certain things, either be more efficient, more safe, or just have their own twist to it. But getting to come actually look at these cars up close and personal is a nice little cheat code. We're here at the Link booth. Got to stop here first. Medina, there is new products.
There sure is. Every year, baby. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
The G5 Voodoo Neo 4 and the Neo 6.
And the Neo. What is the DI driver for?
So, DI driver, this is going to be a standalone direct injection amplifier for injectors to run with the Neo, Neo 6, and the Voodoo Pro.
Okay.
So this unit could be used as a standalone unit without our ECUs if you wanted to use an DI amplifier box.
Okay.
But the new thing with the Neo 4 and Neo 6 is this is going to be...
Because DI injectors require...
Who's the best deal of the year?
Who's
the best deal of the year?
I can't openly admit that.
We definitely
I would like to say everybody did really great out there.
Thank you guys for letting me make more sales with Link than Drift HQ.
You guys both killed it. I appreciate everything you guys did.
You're close.
So, Justin, they both killed it, but who killed it more? Come on, this is a time where you gotta tell them. Come on, give it to them.
Giving away a car.
Technically, we have, let's see, what's today? The 11th or 12th? It's not the end of the year yet, so
Guys,
anybody.
hop below,
nah.
shop Camille, cop the Link products, so I get the
Drift HQ.
But anything else you need, you could buy from Drift HQ.
Oh, get out of here. We love Drift HQ. But
We love Drift
we love the
HQ.
Drift HQ. They do
We
very well.
love Duarte, too.
Mainly Duarte.
Talking shit.
No.
You can give Link to Jimmy. So
Okay, cool.
everything else,
I like this.
And
Good
Jimmy,
thing.
he promoted the car giveaway, everything.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Jimmy's nice.
Thank you.
He's nice.
He goes, he's nice. Like,
That was the most polite thing he could have said to you.
oh my god. All right. So the Voodoo Neo 4, Neo 6. So what makes this different than, I guess, any other ECU you guys sell?
So the big thing is that these are going to be DI compatible. Just like our Voodoo Pro, which is built towards more like 8-cylinder DI engines. This Neo 4 is basically coming up. So you buy necessarily the Neo 4 and the DI amplifier box in a package.
So you can't run DI on a standard Storm Fury.
G4X series ECUs can use DI amplifier box or DI.
Okay.
They just don't have the capability.
So if you guys want the capabilities of running a direct injected engine, which a lot of the modern engines are, that are becoming into swaps like the Eco Boost or even the new LSs and everything.
B58.
B58.
All that shit is DI.
The FA engines and stuff like that. So this allows you to do so.
But the other cool part about this, since you don't have to get a DI amplifier box with the Neo 4 or Neo 6, you can still run this on a port injection engine.
Oh.
So it has some of the big features on this is dual wideband control, onboard Lambda, Wi-Fi, GPS, faster processor, 1 gigabyte onboard.
So does this have GPS speed built in?
Correct.
Wow.
Built in.
Yes.
Damn, that's
So like we can consider this just one step over the Fury if we wanted to.
Yeah, essentially. So like a 4 would be, It's like a mix between a Fury. I mean, you could do a 6-cylinder on here if you wanted to, but it's definitely well suited for a 4-cylinder ECU. But the Neo 6 actually has 12 injector drivers and 8 ignition drivers, so you technically do a V8 on there. The only thing that it would be missing is just one onboard lambda.
So it has built-in Wi-Fi. What does that mean?
So you can connect to the ECU with Wi-Fi to pull logs. Or
Oh, so wireless connection.
Yes.
That's cool. You don't got to lose that stupid cable and shove it in underneath your dash and yank it down when your car's not working. The cool case, the GPS speed built in, and the lack of wire.
And the built-in Lambda too is cool.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a big thing that we've been wanting to implement on the ECUs coming out now, just because it's just one less thing you have to wire
Where
in.
you know that the consumer's gonna buy a Lambda anyway.
Exactly, you
So-
pretty much need to
to do
tune
true.
most cars.
Yeah.
Well, this is cool. Next build we're doing, we're getting one, right, Medina?
Oh, absolutely.
I know this is super random, but what I love is a lot of these companies are like old boomer drag race companies, and so many of their logos are just straight clip art from like 2004. Well, it's the next day. Yesterday I did way too much yapping, which is a good thing, and not enough filming, but today it's the last day. I'm only here for 2 days. I don't know if anything has totally wooed me just yet. There's plenty of cool stuff, but it's hard when it doesn't relate to.
This is cool, dry carbon, open wheel car. I like that. 3,000 horsepower diesel drag car that does 200 miles an hour in the 8th.
Was it red?
I don't know, it's fucking drag.
How do you not know the color?
Because it's a metal. It's a big, long, freaking drag car.
We were just talking shit about you.
Oh, that's easy to do. Look at Turk's new build. This thing is insane. The amount of fab work on this thing is absolutely disgusting. From just all of the panels, the tubes, the supports, the trans tunnel. Look at it all, dude. There's not much original car left, is there?
Kevlar.
The Kevlar. It's almost a shame that it's hidden by wrap. Look at the inside. And he's been documenting this entire process on his YouTube channel. It is absolutely absurd. If you guys are straight fabricator nerds, this is the build to watch. I don't know how he does it because it just takes so much time. Incredible. I cannot wait to see this thing finished. Mr. Ryan Turk, my favorite FD driver. All right, so you've been working on this car for quite a while now.
Yep.
I've been keeping up. I haven't seen a lot of the in-depth videos. I've seen a lot of YouTube or Instagram updates.
Yep.
And it's probably one of the most ridiculous builds I've ever seen.
It's probably gonna be the most insane car that I have.
Which is a crazy thing to say because you have some nutty builds.
Yeah, but everything has got 2-wheel drive, so
Yeah.
all-wheel drive is gonna be much different for me.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
I'm gonna have to learn, obviously. But
I mean, have you ever had an engine sit that direction before?
No. Well,
Yeah.
besides the Celica GT4 I have,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of was the pathway into building this.
Yeah. What is your favorite part about this car? Or if there's any piece of fabric that you guys are super proud about or something you would probably overlook,
Man, that's a tough one to answer.
Yeah. There's just so
That
much
is
going
hard,
on.
dude. That is really
I mean,
hard.
even like the steering column mount is beautiful. You know what I
The
mean?
steering column mount, the mount that our buddy Bill made for the Motec dash,
Yeah.
there's just such a great collaboration of people that.
But even just the way
just
that
so talented.
the towers are braced, tied into the cage, having to integrate that to the firewall. Like, I am not envious of those fabricators. But
for how much freaking work it takes.
oh
to-
my
yeah.
God. But clearly those guys are in love with that type of stuff because they couldn't build a car like that if they
Well,
weren't.
yeah, and Victor, who's building the car, he is from Portugal and is like has so many roots to rally
Yeah.
and Group A in that era. So him building this car was like it's like a passion project.
I could tell. It shows. I mean, it really shows in the fabrication of it. This is the new GR engine,
Yep,
right?
the new G16E, so the 3-cylinder, 1.6 liter, fully built, Telford cams, Nitto
Really?
Performance Engineering, rods and pistons.
So what's your power goals?
Super Tech valve train and all that, yeah. So same turbo that's on the Stout.
Okay.
Stout's making like 650 at like
Jesus.
28, 29 PSI.
Okay.
And I think so we'll probably make like 500 to 600, I think, at the wheels.
Yeah.
But these
So
engines-
I don't know much about these engines, but I've been seeing a lot about. There's a lot of these boosts have a lot of parts on because it seems to be the new modded engine. People are telling me you can live over 500 on stock, dude. In terms.
Yes.
For how long? I don't know.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
the thing as far as how long it'll last. I don't know, but I know some shops in Australia like Power Tune and Lamb Speed are drag racing them and making like over 800 on a bottom.
Yeah, because
bottom end.
Artec has like a drop-in turbo kit for these things to make like 600. He's like, oh, they take it. I was like, what do you mean? Look at this engine. It's a 3-cylinder. This looks like a jet ski engine.
I know, it's literally ridiculous. Like when the engine builder Randall at Precision pulled everything apart, he was just so like just kind of picking everything apart. And
Yeah.
how much. There's like different coatings on each piston ring and ringland, and like, dude,
Wow.
3 piston oil squirters on each one. It's really built to like a 2JZ spec of
Yeah,
engine that's
so-
can handle power.
So you know, the golden era when they gave us the JZs, which was they were way overbuilt for what they were.
Yeah.
Made a whole subdivision of motorsports.
We're still using it.
We're still using it in top level motorsports, and so it seems like this is one of those engines that we haven't gotten a long time where it's actually overbuilt.
Yeah, well, we've barely even had these things, for like 2 years now?
I know people are making 700.
Yes.
It's a 3-cylinder. Let me embrace that. That is crazy to make 700
I'm gonna
horsepower.
stick this in everything I got now. I just put it in there. Well, minus the East Coast car with the 2J.
Okay. You know people. Help me get one of these things.
Yeah.
You know all the guys. Come
You
on.
can buy the long block, dude. 15K. Get I'll give you the
Yeah,
part number.
right. Get 15K. Get out of here. Surely I could shove this in Ash chassis. Let's go.
Oh, 100%.
Well.
What do we have here?
How does it feel to be the second best ECU ever produced?
Wow. How does it feel to?
I mean,
also sell our
there's a lot.
stuff?
There's a lot of ECUs out there.
There are a lot of ECUs, but you know what? There's plenty of pie. Everybody does something great. We just do it better than Jimmy.
Yay! Okay. Andrew's a good friend of mine. Works for Haltech. Love the guy. Makes me like the product. We sell it.
Listen, so here's the deal. There are a lot of ECUs out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of budgets out there. So sometimes
Yeah.
budgets just don't fit line up for certain things.
How much is the Nexus S3?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay,
But
okay.
what I want to talk
Gotcha.
about, I want to talk about something that will work for all of your customers. That's
Okay.
the deal.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's get the spiel, Mr. Haltech boy. Let's hear it.
All right, so you've seen in some of Jimmy's like videos about the RX-7, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was utilizing the IC7. Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a dash.
Selling it.
And-
I do love your dash. It's a
Right,
good
but
dash.
here's the deal.
Yeah.
You know what race cars don't have enough of?
Hold on.
Backup cameras.
Oh, okay.
Backup
Okay.
cameras. Okay.
New product.
New product.
Is this the product of the year for Haltech? Backup camera.
It is what just won the PRI showcase.
Really?
It did. So
I love the simple ideas where it's like backup camera on a race car.
I mean,
Award winner.
dude, how many times have you almost like run over someone because they're totally oblivious?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like
Like,
yeah, because
seriously, though.
how many times I've gotten in cars and I'm strapped in and I'm like looking around because like I think it's bro code that when you see someone wanting to back up, you go okay and you guide them out.
Yes.
But when no one's around to give you the hands, you're just like, okay, hope no one's behind
And
me.
you just go, right? And
Yeah.
you just go and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry because you almost hit like people who aren't used to being around.
Okay, well tell me why I shouldn't go on Amazon and spend $80 and just get a backup camera and put it on my thing.
Because it's not in your dash. That's another screen. That's another thing. That's
Fair
another
enough.
thing to wire up. This goes directly into the dash. Once you kick it in reverse, or you can
Does that
just
work
hit
on the
button.
IC7 or just the 10?
IC7 is not, but the resolution on this screen is much higher.
Let me try. I'll let you know if it's good or not.
Let's figure something out. I'm here for it. Figure out the car that it fits. It is a big dash. That's
Okay.
the only thing. It's a
Yeah.
10-inch dash, right? So
Yeah.
it's the big deal. Right?
That's huge.
It's really
Yeah,
it's
10
sometimes
inches crazy.
It is crazy.
Hell, 7 is ridiculous.
I know. Above average.
Way above average. Obviously, there is a abundance of cool stuff here, but it's a lot of drag racer stuff. So what we get is a lot of LS components, which I'm not going to do a whole video on. We know LS is it's cool. Probably 40 boosts of just cams, but we're trying to weed it out here. We're at the Turbo
What's up,
Smart.
everybody? We're at Garrett Turbos.
No,
my
no,
bad.
wrong one.
My bad. We're here at Turbo Smart.
Dork.
Come on, dude.
I can use my boost control bar.
Boost control, yeah?
Yeah, cheers. On my GR86,
Okay.
2J34.
You probably use their
Love
gates.
y'all. Yep,
They're the best
absolutely.
gates.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone knows. You don't got to show the gates, but they got the best gates.
Absolutely.
So the big thing this year, right? Their new turbo line.
Ooh.
I've got to use a couple of them. They've been pretty good to me.
What do you use?
I've used their 6466, I think is on the 2J, and I have. Yep, this is it. So this is on my 2J, and then we have the 5862, which should be here. That we have that on Spoon's car.
Little guy, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that little.
Yeah. It makes packs the punch.
Back to punch. We've seen this, you know, they're still riding it. We're good. We got some tech we could ride on for a couple years. Turbo Smart, they put a lot of effort into the little things, like the little nuances. Like they find the small problems and they fix it, which is cool. And there's plenty of stuff we could talk about later on. But one little thing that I know is universal to all turbo guys is, well, a mount-on filter. So this is a mount-on filter that just allows you to just run a banjo on top. So I was talking to the guys and they were saying that like 95% warranty claims are due to contaminated oil, right? So metal gets in oil, it goes to the turbo. Turbos have tighter tolerances. Goodbye.
What?
Yeah. So with this inline filter, and they will actually add a year to your warranty on the turbo if you run this.
Dude, Jimmy's getting me to buy one of these or whatever the heck.
It's good. No, I mean, you know what I mean? It's not even like a selling point. It's like, it's the little stuff like that that could help all car guys. And I love sharing
Okay,
these things.
question.
Yeah.
Do they sell this? Like, if I have a Garrett,
Yeah.
could I use this on my Garrett?
Yeah, because I believe it's just dash 3.
Okay.
So it just spins on.
Okay, cool.
Easy
Dude,
as.
that's really cool.
What's the retail on this?
It's probably be about like 120, 140.
That's up. That's 120. That's cheaper than my car
Saves your
insurance.
whole turbo.
That's it. It's serviceable. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I was asking, like, it can go on a Garrett, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's just a dash 4 in. So
Okay.
Oh, dash 4. Okay.
dash 4 in.
Easy as.
Cool.
If you're buying yourself a nice fancy turbo for once instead of those eBay turbos, spend the money. Give yourself some insurance.
Adrian, if you're watching this, please order this for me. Thank you.
Damn, all right, this motor is, I don't even know what kind of motor this is, but it is absolutely beautiful. Look at these short blocks, dude. No way. Full billet Porsche short block. Well, it's a bottom end. The heads are OE, as you can tell, and the front covers are billet. God, that screams so expensive. Imagine this being in the back of my Porsche, my crusty ass car. It's cool though, this is actually the same smart coils that I use on mine. I know it's stupid money at this point, but a VR38, a GTR engine, we're starting to see it swapped into more and more cars, and obviously they sound amazing, they produce insane power, and it's just a cool ass platform. So I think we could put this on the 2025 wish list of doing engine swaps. Big question is, get out of here. Kurt, what would you swap a VR38 into?
Probably like a 350Z or something.
That was the lamest thing you could have said.
Well, it's, you know. What are you going to put it in?
I don't know, that's why I
An
asked
FRS?
It's been done a lot. It looks cool, but it's been done. It fits good in there because it's meant for a boxer engine, so it has the width.
I mean,
It's a wide engine.
so is the. I feel like the 350Z just makes sense.
Yeah, because
It's a great car
Eh.
with a. I mean, I don't want to. You know, VQ lovers.
But yo, if you're gonna go if you're gonna spend all that money in a VR38, right? Make all that power. You want to be stunting in a 350Z.
Well, you think an FRS is better than the 350Z?
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yeah. What are you saying,
Same
bro?
thing. They're the
No
same
way.
thing.
What else might have a wide engine bay? RX-7's surprisingly large engine bay.
Yeah.
A VR38 and RX-7 would go kind of nuts. That sounds ridiculous. But if you're gonna spend the money, I'd rather go 3-motor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you guys think? Come on. I don't know.
So what's your dream scenario for a VR38?
I don't know, because I don't know what's going to fit it. We're walking by, me and her, trying to find cool stuff to find, but all we could see is LS stuff.
I mean, there's an obvious reason for that.
Well, okay, this is good, because I was sitting here, I was like, you know, like, LS stuff, it just works, that's easy. You had a good point about it, right? Because the driving edge to this whole experience is, well, the guys that grew up with small block Chevys, right?
Everyone here grew up with small block Chevys, so obviously they mastered the art of Chevy V8.
Yeah.
And now we're at the pinnacle of optimization for V8 engines.
Yeah.
We've got this is, just. And one day, if you little baby SR owners work hard enough, you might get something like this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
might get a convention dedicated to something you love.
Okay.
Even though you shouldn't love it.
Okay, well, I'll settle for a Jay-Z or maybe even an RB, but
I mean, the
We're getting there.
Jay-Z guys are doing it.
they're doing
You got brand new casts.
Yeah.
With all the upgrades to it, to where you don't have to, fix the little
can
things
you-
for
can
me.
you imagine-
Have you seen Darts 2J?
Yeah. I was chatting with those boys.
yeah.
I was chatting with them. Yeah. AKR JD on Nerds right here. We need to get our money up.
We gotta get our bars up, brother. we need to fund Jay-Z SR, all the JDM engines, but we
Yeah.
also need to fund our own racetracks. All right,
That's for sure.
So,
And beyond all of this, LSs are simple. They just work. They're plentiful and all that good. But that's just enough.
if you're still hating LSs at this point in life, you just got to get a new hobby. You just got to get a new hobby. It's so silly to hate them. I get it.
Yeah.
I think my RX-7 sounds horrible. I get it. That's a personal problem I need to work on.
Okay,
But it's still a great motor. It makes a ton of horsepower.
didn't you just light on fire? I wanted to say it so bad.
That wasn't the engine's fault. All right?
What was our last conversation?
What?
I'm gonna end it here. All right, so we ended up at the OMP booth. It's cool. Samit's here, Hurt's here, Adam's here, Colette's here. Actually, we just kind of, it was a coincidence we all met up here. But end of the day, down here because we're getting measured for race suits this year. As you guys know, like Adam always has a really cool custom race suit. Samit has one, so me and her are getting measured for next year. So now we can design something cool that matches the car. Maybe get a couple, get one to match the purple car, get one to match the pro car. I think it'd be pretty sick. But OMP always has us hooked up. Awesome suits, great quality, and getting this thing tailored to me is gonna be huge because you guys have seen me in race suits. Like they'll fit super loose, but then like the middle will be up in me because I have a large torso. What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, look at you! Look at
Sorry,
you!
I thought that. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get measured up right now, and that'll be so cool. Like having a custom tailored race suit to like your race program is just, come on. Like every guy's wanted this. It's just so gangster.
Yeah, it is.
It's sick.
I love OMP. They're great.
Make sure you pull it tight.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, you're next, buddy.
Oh, I know. Well, boys, this is PRI. A lot of high-performance drag racing parts, circle track. I mean, every year, you know, it's very similar stuff with a little bit of a twist, but it's cool to look around, get creative. I mean, anything from tool organizers to fittings to heat wrap to safety gear to toolboxes that look like you could live out of. Now, I didn't really know what narrative I wanted to film for this event, clearly, but I didn't want to miss a video on your guys since I was here, so I had to film something. We got another dinner tonight with another company, do some chatting, be productive, and then we got an early flight back home and straight back to work. So PRI, you kick ass, love you, see you next year. All right, guys, well, that is my PRI video. I know it was a little bit of a cluster, but we go with a mission and we make it happen. Got a lot of good new relationships, things I'm very excited about, some big plans for the year, and it's a really good way to end this year and start to put together a plan for, well, I guess the next, which is very, very close, right? 2025 is gonna be a hell of a year. We have big plans, some really cool things in the works. I'm excited for you guys. So for now, I'm gonna get some sleep, early flight. We'll get back to the shop, get right to work, and I wanna get this pro car together. And then once we get that together, we could finally get back on the Porsche and get back on path. But I need to finish this dang car. I can't let it sit any longer. So for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.